and I'm the marketing manager for the year of 2023. And now we're going to talk everything about Blue Book, basically. So this session is basically the first three parts of the Blue Book. So in a way, I hope that you actually have known what are the things that I'm going to be talking about. And I'm not like expectation settings. I'm not going to explain everything in the Blue Book, but I'm going to show you like the highlights that we're having. So then you might understood or like you might realize what are the things that, you need to pay attention to. This is the first one. It's basically about AIESEC. I'm gonna explain to you like the most basic stuff about AIESEC. So in AIESEC, we have this golden circles and also like the values that we're having. So like in golden circles, we have these four aspects. The first one is why, who, how, what. The first aspect, the main core of the golden circle is the why itself, and it's stated that we want to achieve peace and fulfillment of humankind's potential. And by peace here doesn't mean that it's not only about there is no war or such kind of that, but also about having peace by ourselves. So also something important. And then the second one is about the who. So it is stated that we engage and develop youth to create a better future for themselves, their communities, and therefore the world. So the main point about this who is actually the youth. We would like to develop the youth so then again they could develop themselves. So at the end of the day, they can develop their communities around them. And at the end of the day, it's going to be like the world around. Cool. This is the third aspect in the golden circle, which is the how. So it is stated that we believe leadership is the fundamental solution and it can be developed in anyone, anywhere. Basically, we're talking about leadership here as the main point or like the main common ground of the things that we're doing in this organization. Together, we would like to develop leadership in youth. And the next one is the what. Basically, what are the things that we can do to develop those leadership in youth that we enable young people to develop their leadership through practical experiences in challenging environments. So once again, it is through practical experiences in challenging environments that we want to develop the leadership in people. And that's why we're having this, like several products that we're having with the same core, which is practical experiences in challenging environments once again. Cool. And this is the values that we're having. We have 6 values. The first one is suffering for excellence, enjoying participation, demonstrating integrity, living diversity, activating leadership, and acting sustainably. You can actually read more about the values and also about basically about AIESEC Way here in the booklet. So we have another booklet of AIESEC Way. It explains to you like in more details about every aspects, like the values that we want to have, how can we develop leadership in people. You can read this. Why you should read this? Basically, for you to understand as an AIESECer yourself. The second one is for you to explain to your members about this, because also as a marketer, you need to explain this to people so that people can be convinced to buy our products, to have our products. So that is why you need to understand this whole booklet of AIESEC Way. Cool. The second one is AIESEC brand overview. So again, there will be like a lot of things in this session, but some of the highlights that I want to say is that, okay, the first one is actually about the tagline. Our tagline stated is activating youth leadership since 1948, because we started in 1948. And these are the 3 points of our tagline. We offer like volunteering abroad opportunities. We also offer professional opportunities for working abroad and also like membership opportunities. Like this 3 points actually explains about the products that we're having. The first one is about GFE, the second one is about GTA and GTE, the third one is about MX, about membership. The next is about our personality. So this is the definition of AIESEC. Basically, we are a global, independent, non-partisan, and not-for-profit organization. We do not discriminate on the basis of gender, sexual orientation, disabilities, creed, religion, nor on the basis of national, ethnic, or social origin. On the definition itself, I'm pretty sure that you have, heard about global, independent, or not-for-profit, because we have actually stated that for a while, long time ago. But for non-partisan, we actually just changed that from non-political to non-partisan in 2021. So what does it mean with non-partisan is that we choose peace above all, and therefore do not follow any political tendency or party. This is something that is new. You can read like more in details. I'm going to explain to you later in this booklet, in this session as well. Cool. This is the brand tone that we're having. We are a network of young people, an organization made by youth for youth. So remember, for whatever the things that you are doing, you need to remember this, that we are a network of young people. So then how can we become, like more youthful, and then try to always, try to explain stuffs from the youth point of view. And also, like, these are the 6 values that we're having. Again, you can always use this whatever you wanna in your contents, in your sessions, however you want to, basically to explain to our customers that we are having, or like we want people to have these 6 values by joining our organizations, or like basically trying our products, experiences our products. The next one is our audiences. The primary audiences that we have is the youth, but also we have the other audience, which are the like-minded organizations and people who can help us achieve our vision. So these 2 audiences are the 2 groups of audiences that we're having. But again, the primary audience that we have is youth. The next one, this is the recent updates that we have in the launch of this Blue Book in 2022. The first one is, again, the changing of non-political to non-partisan. You can read every details about it in this button. So you can just click this button. It explains what does it mean with being a non-partisan organization. What should we do if there's like crisis in the world? What are things that we need to handle? Those kind of stuff. If you want to understand more about it, you can read about that in the booklet, in the button. You can just click it. The second one is that the word nations. So in addition of using the word countries and territories, we don't use the words only countries, okay? So it's either countries and territories. We can also use nations, all right? So those 2 choices, which is countries and territories, 1 choice, and nations would be the 2 choices that you can use to explain, for example, like how many nations are we actually represented in, or how many countries and territories do we represent in. So you can use either of those 2 choices. Also, the flags, starting from International Congress 2018, we decided not to use flags for any international AIESEC event or any digital media to minimize the future conflicts that we're having in AIESEC. And the fourth one is global talent. So in this new Blue Book, in 2022 Blue Book, we launched a sub-product of global talent, which is global talent and global teacher, basically, which is the partly remote and remote feature suffix to each brand of global talent and global teacher. Cool. And this is the AIESEC brand sets. This is our brand name. So we pronounce our organization AIESEC, and it's written AIESEC. The acronym of full, we don't use the full acronym of AIESEC anymore. It's in French, just for, and then you need to use AIESEC in uppercase, except for the campaigns that we are having in the past years, which is with AIESEC campaign, you can use like lowercase AIESEC. But for other uses, especially for like a written documents or like a legal documents, you need to use AIESEC in capital, in uppercase. Please don't not use in after AIESEC and then entity. So you need to have like a complete AIESEC in entity. You cannot use like AIESEC entity, okay? So always use in. This is the logo that we're having. You cannot modify it in any way. You can, like see all of the details here. You cannot change the font until, also you cannot use the shadow. So there's like these things, basically don't do anything with the logo. And then this is the powered by AIESEC logo. So you can use this powered by AIESEC logo for the products that are endorsed by AIESEC, or basically the products that are officially part of AIESEC experience, or to make it simple, an international product, okay? The product that is run by every entities in AIESEC. So if you run, for example, like your EWA brand in your entity, you can use this powered by AIESEC. You can use AIESEC logo still, but then you cannot use the powered by, okay? Cool. The next one is about AIESEC Human. You can use this as an icon or as a watermark. The thing that you need to pay attention is that the only colors that we are using for AIESEC Humans are blue and white. And we put the AIESEC Human in a flat color background, okay? So that is the only thing that you can do. These are the usage of AIESEC Human. You can use it as an icon, or you can use it as a watermark. The next one is please don't modify AIESEC Human, in any way. Don't add the sombrero hat, for example. So do not edit anything or add anything in AIESEC Human. These are the AIESEC colors that we're having. The main colors that we have is obviously the blue, the 037EF3. Like, you need to remember that, of course. And then we're having like these 9 other colors. The colors that are not gray are basically the colors that we have for each products that we're having, from from ELD to also like EWA. And also like we have this additional 3 gradations of gray to add like text or maybe accents or anything that you want to have in the design. This is typeface. We have 2 primary font, which is Lato and Railway. For Lato, this is the main brand font. For the programs one, the font in Global Talent, Global Volunteer, Global Teacher, we use this Railway. And then you can, of course, add secondary font in your design. Just make sure that you don't overdo it. And do your second typeface, second font, to emphasize words. So you can just bold the word, or you can just try to change the font for the things that you want to emphasize. That is fine. Or you want to use like a title with different font, that is also fine. But again, do not overdo it. So yeah, I think that's all for this session. It's pretty short. As I was saying, that it is the thing that we're having in Blue Book, and I hope that you actually have known this. Pay attention to the several details that we're having, like a new details that we're having in the Blue Book 2022. And that's it. See you on the next sessions. How to stop record.